Alright, race fans, here we go again. Got some top hat comic. Stick shifter racing going to happen here tonight. And some good ones here too. We got qualifying underway. Bad boys up here. Got a lot of the top guys. I go Cliffy Thompson, he's up top, man, putting on pole. Briggs is right behind him. So we got kind of a semi-style NASCAR with some turns. So some long straightaways, sweeping turns, sharp turns, and then some gang banging on the track right now. Briggs out there trying to take him out. Stay tuned. Qualifying. Gonna be a good one. That Ferrari fly right there, man. Goose and Maine. Goose and Monkey Brew House. Setting down some fast times. He's out there top, right in second place so far. Old Floyd sitting right behind him. Hensley up there in fourth, and oh, we got L42D out here again. Who's that? Let's see who he is. I have my cheat sheet here, folks. That's Aiden back. Cormick, Hillbilly out here. There's Jeff. Holding it up really good. Racer X out here too. Chris. It's Chris in the U-Haul. Chris, hold on a minute. Chris Clark, that is, by the way. And Chase, he's bringing up the tail end. Oh, there's Haterade. He's in the pit. Why is Haterade in the pit? All right, qualifying done. That's all right. Haterade will be up there in the front. He'll blow all these guys' doors off. Cliffy right now putting it on the top side. You got Briggs out there in second. Floyd holding on the third. We got Hensley up in fourth. L4 got in five. So got about a minute or so left. Get your refreshments. Get everything, man, set. Because we got a good one going to be here tonight. Nice. High speed ring. That's what they call it. Going to be a solid one. Stick shifter racing. Stay tuned. All right, grid time. Cliff's going to be out front. Let's see who can motor this place here tonight. Got a competition caution going to be on lap 22. Looking at about 8 to 12 laps estimated on the fuel. So, get everything set up here for you. That's not how you get it set up, by the way, folks. Green flag, we're racing. Oh, Pierce out there, he says, man, get out of the way, y'all slow. Here come Floyd, man, a 3 wide in the middle. He did, he split that thing. Got it. Hensley's down on the inside. Briggs able to get out front, man. I'm tell you what, Cliff must have fell asleep on the start. Wow. Meanwhile, Hensley's right there in second. Briggs takes out to the front spot. He had the fastest time, by the way. Look out, 3 wide going in, L4. Down on the inside, finger bumping. Race of paint. Love to see it. Short track racing here on a road course. Meanwhile, you see it, L4 doing everything he can. Thompson's right behind it. They are bunched up like a mad fast. Oh, look at this. Thompson. Oh, contact! Clippy's. Oh, Miller's involved. Are you kidding? Whoa. Cliff got him. Miller got involved. Oh, that's basically look like a racing deal there, man. All them guys are just racing hard, side by side, trading some paint. I mean, hey, it is what it is. Man. Hensley, Miller. They got time to bounce back on that one. That was some hard racing up front. I mean, them guys were just tagging and bagging. That's what happens when you get up there, man, and start trading a little bit of paint. Meanwhile, Hillbilly's back here, Racer X. Them 2 guys back there, man, he's probably trying to put some yellow on that black. Well, this has been exciting so far. How y'all like it? I'm liking it. Yeah, Haterade out there. He's looking good. He's going, yeah, huh? He's going to be up there before the end of this race. Is good, man. Hillbilly right now holding on to 6. Dog Briggs out front. He had the fastest time, by the way, in practice. Now let me hear who your favorite driver is, who you're rooting for, who you're pulling for, who you got. And if you're new here to the channel, yes, this right here is not iRacing. I know what you normally see on the channel here, iRacing wise. This is what you call Gran Turismo. So, we're up here. I'm live actually at Top Hat Comics. Back here, but Rob puts me in the back corner. Back here in the back, they got guys here live, man, racing. We got a couple of them though, man, at home that are actually racing. So if you're looking for a league and you want to race in this league, check out Top Hat Comics on Facebook or Stick Shifter Racing on Facebook. You can also check this number out. Give a call, 336-300-7413, and that'll get you all the info there. Meanwhile, Briggs out front here. There's McCormick, the Top Hat machine. L4 up here. He didn't have the race he wanted last week. He's looking good in the 4th place spot. Pierce is another one here. Pierce had to start in the back. He's up in 3rd right now. Floyd looking good at number 2 machine. There go Floyd. Floyd been quiet this season, but he's got the Bull City Cider Works. One good thing is a lot of these sponsors out here too, folks. Every one of these sponsors on these cars and sponsoring the races and stuff are actually locally owned sponsors here in Lexington, North Carolina. Briggs out front though, he's got a huge lead, 3.2 seconds. He's got the Goose and Monkey machine. He's brewing something up. He's got her fast. Floyd right behind him. So you've got brew and cider, 1 and 2, and then you got donuts. I don't know how that combination would work. I don't know. Pierce, look at the outside. He's going to see if he can't take it. You know, Chase looks like he's out there driving on a controller, but he's on a wheel. That man's all over the place. Wiggling all over. Look at him. Wiggy, wiggy. But he's fast. I'll give Chase man credit. He's fast. Pierce coming out of there in the donut machine. He got McCormick, top hat car. He should do pretty good because this car's got a long straightaway. Got a lot of horsepower to it. L4 back there in 5th. That's Racer X. He's up there in the 6th place machine. Then you got behind him Hillbilly. Hillbilly's holding it up. Here comes Cliff. Remember, Cliff got caught up in that little incident early on. Chris is hanging on back here too in the 9th place spot. There's Haterade. He's up to 10th already. He's just minding his P's and Q's. I think Haterade. He's going, you know what? Dominated last race. I'm gonna just I had to start in the back. Ride down here cheating. Oh, he's gonna be up here in the back. He's just gonna mind his P's and Q's a little bit. You know, it's just a long race. Out front, Hensley. Fortunately got caught up in that incident there. Like I say, it just looked like a bunch of hard racing up front there. This guy, I mean, they were trading paint. I ain't race control, so I ain't gonna put it on anybody. Miller, unfortunately, took a blunt into that one. He back in 12th. But it's all Nathan Briggs. That guy has just got the hammer down and gone. The Goose and Monkey machine. The Goose and the Monkey. Okay. Nice. Here, who your favorite driver is out there? Who you rooting for, pulling for? Who you want to see, man, get this thing going? Case has moved all the way up to 2nd place for the moment. Floyd, he back in 3rd. L4, he's right there in the 4th place spot. McCormick's closing in, and I think, penalty on McCormick though. He got to slow down. Maybe he got a little bit too rambunctious. Got to give back about a 1.5 seconds. That's going to hurt him trying to run down L4. Meanwhile, Cliffy back there in the back. He's along with Hillbilly and X. Go up front here and look at the lap times. Last lap was a 1:10.07 to a 1:9. I mean, yeah, forget about it. Chase, unless he picks it up, he ain't running down Briggs. Wow. That's almost a second. Not quite. It's about a 1/2 second difference between the two in lap times. The thing about it is that Briggs is very dead on consistent. I mean, look at his lap times there. A 10, 9, 9, 10, and a 9. I mean, that is very, very, very consistent on the track. Pierce, he's pretty consistent too. 9, 9, 10, 9, 10. And you go back to Floyd, a little bit off the pace by about a second. L4, he's running about the same. And unfortunately, McCormick, he had to give up that penalty. That's why his looks so lopsided. Cliffy right now, he's got Hillbilly moving up on the back bumper. That's funny saying Hillbilly. Those two cars look almost the same. They're not, but they almost look the same. The Hillbilly, and you got Cliff. Cliff last week gave it a run for his money. Tried to get up there and win this thing. Just a little bit off. It was all Haterade. He hated on the field. Haterade, by the way, is up to 9th, so he had to start in the back. He's pushing that Shark Ferrari. That thing looks slick. You know, I need to tell Haterade, you need to put an OSR Network sticker on that thing. I'm going to give him another 20 horsepower. They can go slick. Probably what I need to tell Rob is, look, where's my contingency sticker at on these cars? Chris in the back. Chris Clark. I don't see much of him, but he's got the U-Haul machine out there at Aston Martin. Aston Martin's a nice looking cars, by the way. But he's hanging on back in 11th. Old Miller, he's trying to see if he can't clap back. He switched up cars to the Lexus. I will give him credit. At least he went to another good car. He didn't go to something really bad. Lexus ain't bad. My wife's got one. They nice. He got all little creature feet. It's got heated seats in it, so it gets your tail warm or cold, whatever you want. All right. Meanwhile, though, up front, Ferrari King out front here with the Nathan Briggs, Goose and the Monkey Brew House. He's trying to brew up a win here tonight, and he's got a bad fast hot rod sitting up underneath him. 3.8 seconds right now over Chase Pierce. Chase just not been able to chase anything of him down so far. Pierce looking smooth, but he's still sitting in second. Then you got Floyd, Jeremy in the Lamborghini, who's been kind of quiet this season. Hey, all it takes is one race, though. Wake you up, change your season. Right now, he looks good, which being consistent, too, is another thing. Kind of look at this track here. Go back. Let's go back. Yeah, right here. This turn coming up, it's a very tricky turn. You see Haterade coming into it. Very tricky turn because you're carrying a lot of speed. And carrying that thing, it's kind of a I don't know, it's kind of one of those turns that really, really jump out and get you. Because it has a little bit of bank, you can think, okay, I can carry a lot of speed in it. But you can't. You're going to end up in the wall. Haterade's up to 9th, Chris right down to 10th. Probably just being patient right now. Got a little battle going on here with Cliff. He's in the 8th place spot, so it doesn't look like Cliff got any damage out of that. I think Miller was the one who got most of the damage. He must have tagged the wall. Car could be hurt a little bit. I'll have to see as it rolls on here. Remember, look at the competition caution. Excuse me. Lap 22. Into lap 22, that is. They're saying around 8 to 12 laps. Right now, nobody has pitted. So it looks like they're going to push this thing to around about 12 lap mark. You saw Haterade last week. Well, yeah, you saw Haterade last week do a long pit strategy. Wondering if he's going to try that this week. He might, Uh-oh. Trouble for the leader. I don't know what happened to the leader, but he had trouble. And a huge penalty of 3 seconds. That is devastating. Wow. Chase on pit road. Briggs coming in on pit road. Wish we would have been a replay feature on this thing. Oh, let's see if I can find one. Now, don't guess we do. Oh well. So, leader spinning. I think bad tires. Wow. And he lost all that advantage on the lead he had. Put Pierce back out front. 20-second difference. That's just a killer. The good news and the bad news. Bad news is he spun, lost everything, got pit. The good news is, well, bad news is he still got to give a 3-second penalty, so he's going to lose 3 more seconds. Good news is he's going to have the halfway point. So, going to be able to catch back up, not lose the field at least, and him and Haterade. Whoa! All right, Briggs, you can't have all the track. Haterade's got to have some. That's 2 Ferraris getting out there talking to each other. Got them new tires, though. Floyd, McCormick's coming on pit road. Floyd on pit road. That leaves Chris out. Miller right there with him. Hensley. Oh, pit stops underway. Been a good one so far. Top Hat Comics here. Stick Shifter Racing. Gran Turismo Series GT3 style cars. How many of you out there, man, love the GT3 style cars? I love them. And these cars are so sophisticated. Chase right now has got a huge lead. I mean, it's going to get wiped out with a halfway point, but as long as he keeps his head like it is, he's going to win the halfway point and get some bonuses there. Got Floyd right back behind him right for 17 seconds. Pierce did come on pit road, by the way. Oh, he's made his pit stop. Chase Pierce. Floyd right now in second. Briggs holding on to third. Briggs is coming. Those new tires to his advantage. See Nathan trying to see if he can't get back up there. Pierce still leading. Floyd there in second. McCormick's having a good solid night there in fourth. Hillbilly back in fifth. Thompson, sixth place. L4, seventh. Comes X. Little battle right there side by side. Good pass. Oh, L4 says, you know what, I want it back. So it's a battle back here for seventh place between old X and L4. You see Hensley. Miller's been able to move back up to 10th. Ojeda Reid's hanging on the 11th. And Chris back in the 12th place spot. Oh, the man out front right now, Chase Pierce. Doing what he needs to do, digging hard. Got the donut machine rolling. Yeah. Everybody likes donuts. I say everybody likes donuts, but if you don't like donuts, I don't know. Maybe you ain't American. I don't know. Floyd, right behind him. Briggs, he's still holding on the third. No, he's been able to pull up here on Floyd in striking distance. Problem is Pierce has got such a huge lead on these guys. And McCormick's holding on to that fourth place spot. We're just kind of just riding around. Meanwhile, you go back here, Hillbilly and Cliff. They're going at each other. It's going to be who's going to get it. One on the inside, one on the outside. Cliff, man, gives it to him. It says, okay, no problem. Back it back up. L4, man, hanging on to 7th. X has been, he's falling back just a little bit. He's got Hensley coming up on his back bumper. In the Candy Factory. You know, it'd make that car even more fun here at the Candy Factory if he was out here in a van. No, that wouldn't sit right. But he's got a bad, fast hot rod. He got a vet. Like I say, got to give a shout out to all these sponsors out here. Appreciate them coming on board. Like I say, if you're in the Lexington, North Carolina area, stop on by Top Hat Comics. Grab some donuts. Go by the Candy Factory. Get you some brew. Check out all these sponsors these guys have got on these cars. Hensley right there along with X. L4, he's hanging on to the 7th place. Hillbilly back in Maine. Up in 6th. Goes high and wide. Almost catches the wall. Thompson hanging on to 5th. McCormick there in the Top Hat machine in 4th. Briggs up in 3rd. Floyd. I don't know about how that front end of that Lambo is. It just don't. I don't know if that's just a spoiler it's got. Kind of weird looking design. Meanwhile, he's in 2nd. Still maintaining a 20-21 second lead. Chase Pierce is. He's got the that's a Acura. I think it's an Acura. Yeah. Not an Audi. It's an Acura. No, it's a Hyundai. Is that right? Hyundai. Ah, okay. Oh, he got a penalty. Gonna have to give a second and a half up. Good thing he's got 20-second lead. Got a little bit over a rambunctious there. Have to slow up and get about 1.5 seconds back. Yeah, that's road racing in a nutshell, folks. Here, real quick. If you're new to road racing, I know if you're coming from NASCAR or dirt or anything like that. If you're new to road racing, they have what they call runoffs and penalties. Even in real road racing, if you run off, if you get a certain amount off the track, you see right there, you see the rumble strips and the outside lane. If you've got a threshold, and you try to push that threshold as far as you can. But I mean, you can't go running off into the grass. You can't just go cutting off through the turns. you'll get what they call speed penalties, even in the real world of road racing. And a lot of times it could be a time. And you saw earlier, like with Briggs, he had 3 seconds. So he had to give up 3 seconds on the track. How long you have to slow down for. You saw Pierce right there have to give up a second and a half. So it all depends on how severe the penalty is, how much runoff you have. Kind of looks like right there, that's a huge threshold that they're giving him on that one right there. All the way up to the top side of that track. You do see, that's Miller. Chris sees the leader coming up on him. Big bad U-Haul machine. Haterade still hanging on the tent. You got Hensley on pit road. Now I was about to sit here and calculate whether or not these guys could make it. I mean, they said 12 laps. I was thinking they probably could because most of them pitted around lap 10 and 11. Remember, we got competition caution going to be right here at lap 22. The leader's going around. I don't know how well the leader's going to be able to take him. Since he's got those new tires, he might be able to get back on the lead lap the hard way. We'll have to see. Also, there's no indication to me of being able to tell if they're taking medium, hards, or softs. And that's a subject I haven't really talked too much about. But that's a huge factor when it comes to road racing. Tire compounds. And again, if you're new to racing, new to road racing, tire compounds are something that really can be a strategic type of thing to use. Obviously, you put hard tire. Oh, see, right there's the threshold. He got a 1.5 second gap in the wall. He's got to give 1.5 up. So that will put that's going to put Chris and Hensley back on the lead lap because he's going to have to give up about a 1.5 seconds. But real quick, back on the tire situation. If you have, let's say, hard style tires, you'll hear that term. I'm gonna put a set of hards on. What that means is the compound being hard as it is, what the benefits and the trade-off is on that. The benefits of hard tires is you can go a long time without tire wear. The tire wear won't go down as fast, so you can go a very long time. Speed-wise, they're not the fastest. You're giving up way more speed to be able to get more of a longevity. So if you're looking for a pit strategy to go very long, that's where you'd go with a longer set, hard set of tires. Medium is that in-between style. You got the kind of little benefit of the hard, but you got the benefit of the soft. So it's kind of that in-between where you get the speed and you're going to get the longevity. Softs, though, that's the ultimate when it comes to speed. Soft-wise, you will chew them up real quick. Real quick meaning, depending on the track and so forth, we'll just say in general, you might get, let's say, as opposed to like on the hards, let's say you get 10 laps out of them. Mediums, you get about 8, 7. The softs, you might get 5 or 6. But if you're close enough, those softs could benefit you enough to where you've got enough speed and you'll be out front. As you can see right there, Chase giving up that penalty he had, which puts old Hensley and Chris back on the lead lap. Haterade still back here in 10th with Hensley. L4 hanging on to 8th. Got Racer X up there in 7th. Hillbilly holding on to 6th. Thompson back there in the 5th place. You got McCormick up in 4th. Briggs, he's still trying to truck it. Up in 3rd. Floyd kind of got his own race going on here in 2nd. So the top 3 are really spread out. I mentioned and I talk about a lot about in road racing. Road racing, you unlike NASCAR, race the track more so than you do the drivers around you. It's more of a, I got to concentrate on what I'm doing, hit my marks, hit my shifts, hit my turns, apex here and out, hit my braking points. So you're racing the track more than you are the driver around you. As opposed to like in a NASCAR, you're always around somebody. Usually always around somebody. So you're always trying to race them and that. As looks like Briggs is going on pit road. I think Miller said he's out here trying to wreck. A little like Briggs took an early pit stop. But Miller got a best lap. That was his best lap today. 111. Chase right now, he's sitting there. You start seeing him, he's losing time. Those tires are probably going away. '21 right now. We're looking for the bottom of 22. That's going to be our stage caution. Everybody will come on pit road. Solid race so far. Well, you can see those tires are just going away. They're getting cooked. All right, when Chase goes on pit road, hang on to it. Yeah, those tires are cooked. Those tires are cooked. Here's coming through the tunnel. He's going to make it. At least he's going to be able to get on the pit road. Miller going to give us one of his lap backs. Yeah, he gave it to him. And whoa! Oh! Boy, that thing's evil. All right, Chase Pierce is going to be the man winning the stage. Everybody on pit road. Stage caution underway. Be right back. All right, green flag. I can see the concern there. Oh, look at Floyd, boy. He said, you know what, I'm going to challenge. Big time. Pierce going to fire back on the outside. Battle for the lead. Battle behind him, too. Floyd's on the inside. Pierce is right there along with it. Briggs is in the back. 3 wide. Haterade's got to get that thing going, though. And I heard the guys back there talking about the lap car. One way they could do that, just a suggestion, again, I'm not race control, so I don't get into it, is if there is a lap car right there in the middle of the field, just have them pull out to the side and just, like, go back to the back. That would be kind of like, yeah. McCormick, he's there in the 6th, L4. Hold on to it. Meanwhile, Chase Pierce taking the top spot along with Floyd. And Briggs beating and banging. Trading some paint. I love it. And need a little bit of excitement on these road races. Because when they get spread out, after a while, it's like, oh. You need this little side-by-side. Beating and banging on each other. At least for a lap or two. I mean, we don't want to see anybody wreck anybody, but yeah. Cliff hanging on there in the 5th. This is where the big battle's happening out right now. There in front of him, got Racer X up in the 4th. Briggs trying to bounce back. He had that huge lead. He's got Floyd. Pierce. They don't want to let Pierce get too far out in front of him. Those two guys right there. Here comes Briggs. Looking on the inside. He's got the goose and monkey machine. Yeah, he's going to get that monkey off his back. Oh, trading paint there like it. It's Ferrari versus Lamborghini. That's an old rivalry, just like Ford versus Chevy. Now, I like Ferraris. The problem is I don't like their practices. You buy a $500,000 car, I'm sorry, you're not telling me what I can do with it after I just handed you $500,000. Ferrari, though, they don't want you to repaint. They don't want you to do anything to it. And they can tell you all that stuff. Now, I'm good. I'll buy a Lambo. I mean, Lambo, if I want to paint that thing, man, a psychedelic moon color, I can. They don't care. They got their money. Pierce out front, though. They keep doing it, man. Pierce is going to put the metal down, and he's going to be gone. He's going to look. I got sugar donuts. I'm hyped up. Gone. Racer X doing good. I think that's, what's his name? Tracy in the Racer X machine. L4 doing good here tonight. And last week he had a race that he probably just wants to forget about. You know, to bounce back up here in the 5th place spot, looking to try to battle for 4th in the Whole Foods. He's got the Whole Food machine with him. Meanwhile, Cliff right behind him there in 6th. You got Hensley holding up in the 7th. You got Miller back in the 8th. Hillbilly McCormick. And what happened to Haterade? He was up there battling, and all of a sudden, boom, he's back in 11th. They're not showing the speed he had before. Off the pace. Man. Where's this 3 wide battle I was just seeing right there? Well, that's right here with Cliffy. Cliffy going to look on the inside. Get L4 up in 4th place spot. Racer X running on rhythm. This is for 4th, 5th, and 6th. This might be Chase's night. And one thing I'm seeing about Chase, he did great at Watkins Glen. Matter of fact, he won it. He didn't do so well last week. So what I'm kind of seeing, his racing style. We talk about a lot of racing style with drivers. Some are aggressive. So, Cliff, hang on to it. He out there drifting. He had that thing kicked sideways. He thought he was on the dirt track. But back to what I was saying here. You have drivers that are really patient. Some are just kind of aggressive. Chase, he's a little aggressive on the driving style. Nothing wrong with that. It makes him fast. But it benefits him on tracks like this, where this is more of a momentum style track. You got a lot of momentum turns, long straightaways, not too many sharp turns. As of like last week was your traditional technical style road race. You had a lot of elevations, a lot of sharp turns, a lot of gear shift, and you saw him not do as well and tear the tires up. So that's kind of where driving style comes in. And you'll see that throughout the season. So I think this track here tonight really is benefiting that man right there in the donut machine, red donuts that is, out front with a 2.9 second lead. Nathan Briggs right behind him. He did a 110 to a 110. So 321 to a 527. So they're running almost the same. Unfortunately, Floyd off the pace. He's back in a 12. L4 picking it up with the 111s. He had a good best lap time right there. Hensley, he's bounced back. Remember, he had that big little mess up early on. They were out there racing hard at the start. Racer X looking good in the 6. You got the 7th place man right there, Cliffy. Miller. Here, Billy. McCormick. Haterade, I'm not sure what's happening to him tonight. He is off the pace bad. Man came out dominating last week, and tonight has just not been able to get back there where he needs to be. Meanwhile, you see Miller and Chris back here. I'm not quite sure what they're doing. They're back here racing each other, talking. Sorry about that, folks. Pierce out front. Got a 3-second lead. He did a 1:10.1 to a 1:10.6. Now, Bill was just talking about how driving styles is. Pierce could be pushing a little bit, as opposed to Briggs could be kind of been a little more conservative. Both guys are very fast. Not taking anything away from them. Both guys are very fast. But you can just see maybe one. We did see Chase though at the end use those tires up. Lot to see. Looking for that lap 45 though. Lap 45. Floyd back in that Lambo machine. L4. Dennis Ferrari. Hensley and the Vet. The Vet should do pretty good at a track like this because it's got long straightaways. That and the AMG machine. Mercedes. And McCormick, who's in 10th. Haterade just off the pace. Coming on pit road. Looks like it. Yeah. And you know, just by looking, you can see those marks on the tires. I'm gonna say he's taking softs. Might be. Early pit stop though. Let's see if it pays off at the end here. Pierce still stretching that lead. He just ran a 1:9.899 to a 1:10.5. Well, it's almost a second lead. That's about 3/10. Red Donut out here destroying it. Pierce machine. Right now, you see, man, Pierce coming up on the back end of some lap car. That's the Haterade, man. I tell you what, a man who dominated last week, now he's looking to go on a lap down. Just not the night that he wants. Wow. Meanwhile, it's all Pierce. Floyd right there, man. I tell you what, Briggs falling off the pace. Wow. Oh, leader. Uh-oh. And he's got to give up 1.5 seconds. Oh, that's going to bring Floyd up on his back door. Uh-oh. I told you. Pierce overdrive the car. You can't do it. Leader in trouble. He's going to have to give up that 1.5 seconds. Question is, when's he going to do it? That should put Floyd in the lead once he does. Hateray's going to get his lap back too. Yep, there it is. New leader. Old Floyd. Oh, Miller back here having trouble. Are you kidding? Man, Miller's out here messing up a beautiful looking coffee machine in the Lexus. Somebody get that man some coffee. Oh. McCormick hanging on to 8. But what you're starting to see here, folks, is basically the tires going away. Here, Billy. Up in 8. McCormick right there in 7. Oh, Cliffy, he's hanging on to 6X. He's up in the 5th. Oh, Briggs falling off the pace. I kind of see what they're trying to do. They're trying to hold off as long as they can. Oh, Haterade and L4 getting together. Whoa. Haterade said he had to get some bread and eggs from the Whole Foods machine there. Oh, Floyd. What in the world? Going on the pit road. Man. Chase Pierce right now. He's on pit road. L4 right here coming on pit road. Floyd's on pit road. Them tires was cooked. Who's coming off pit road first here? That puts Cliffy out front. McCormick there in second. Oh yeah, he's got to fix a lot of damage. Well, he didn't fix no damage. L4. Oh, look at all 3 of those guys coming out together. That's Pierce, Ford, and Floyd. And Pierce, look at L4. I'm going to tell you what, that L4 guy, well, last week he had a race to forget about. Tonight he said, I'm going to show you how it's done. Now, we're going to see if Pierce, somebody said he might have some damage on the car. I can't physically see it. But it could be slowing him up. Briggs back in the 7th place spot. He's off the pace. It's your top 3 right now because the top 4 have yet to make a pit stop. You got Cliff, yet to make a pit stop, McCormick, and Hensley. They all got to make pit stops. So L4 are going to probably take over the lead eventually. You see Cliff coming on pit road now. Floyd and Pierce. Yeah, now I see the damage. It looks like the front spoiler of Pierce's car hurt. And you can see it actually is affecting it. Aerodynamical wise, he is not as fat, but man, Hensley's out front. Look at Floyd trying to close the gap. Let's ride along here with Floyd. Let you ride on board with him. Tell you what the Lambo looks like. Again, it's Ferrari versus Lambo. Man's picking up some speed. Trying to take that spot away from L4. Well, what a bounce back. I got to give credit to OL4 out there for the bounce back this week. Last week he had a race, man, that he just wanted to forget about. Probably practiced this week, got up here and said, you know what, boom. Making the guys here, man, the local shop look bad right now. Hensley's still out front. He's yet to make a pit stop, though. My thing is, though, we're going to be close on going all the way. Yeah, 10 laps to go, but, man, you got to look at those tires. Tire wear, I think, is going to be the huge factor here. Yeah. Floyd and Pierce. Yeah, Pierce got damaged. That car is just not performing like it was. Oh, just terrible. He smashed a donut machine. Shame on you. You don't go out there and hit donuts. Pierce in fourth. You see Briggs. Those were the top two dominant cars earlier in the race, and now they've fallen back in the fourth and fifth place spot, and you got two new dominant cars. Floyd right now, he's been consistent all night long. L4, though, L4's got to be the bounce back kid here. Last week, he was in I don't know, it was in a wrecking machine. Now Hensley, you know what? This strategy Hensley's got might pay off at the end here. He's yet to make a pit stop. As long as he can stay out there, maybe get another lap. I'm going to say that this strategy of Hensley might. It might. It all depends on what everybody else, if they can stay out the rest of the way. There is no cautions, by the way, folks. So there's no way to, stop or slow down the race, except for our competition caution we had earlier. Brett right now. Chris, back there in 12th, you see Haterade. Well, he went from great to bad. And Miller's had a race. He had a good bounce back last week. Today, though, well, this is a race where he just wants to forget. He must have got too much sleep before the race or something. McCormick right there in the 9th place spot. Top hat machine. Hillbilly hanging on the second main. I know the second main bar, it's open down the road here. So if you're in the local area, y'all want to get y'all some drinks, y'all going to hang out down there at the second main bar. Cliffy, LSX salvage up in the 7th. Oh, the Racer X machine there. He's in 6th. Briggs, the Goose and the Monkey, was out front dominating earlier. Got in trouble. Hasn't been able to bounce back since, but he's back in 5th. He got Pierce now. Well, I feel like that car's damaged. It is not up to speed like it was. Nowhere near it. His last lap was a 109. I don't know if he's maybe saving tires, but he could be saving some tires, which would be smart because from my understanding, Brent's got to come in. You say L4 right now chewing on the back end here. Ferrari versus Vet. Now, you know what makes this even better is that's controller versus wheel. I've always said if you know how to drive on a controller, you're going to be way, way fast. Now there's Brett's on pit road. Now this could be either beneficial or it could just be pretty much, well, I just gave up the race. It's all going to depend on how these guys up here, and we got 6 laps to go. How much does the tires fall off? Takes us back to that. What tire compound did you do? Did you do hards? Did you do mediums? Did you do salt? You wouldn't do softs. That would be a killer. The mediums are hard. If I pitted and there was about 12 laps, 13 to go, I probably would have went with hard tires. If there was about 8 laps to go, I'd probably go with mediums. That'd be my strategy. You see Haterade right there going a lap down. Floyd's got to get him. Problem is he caught him in the wrong spot. L4. Oh, don't want to get a penalty, L4. Well, that would be a killer. Get a slowdown right now. See Floyd modulating around there on Haterade. He's still up to second. Now, he's right there in striking distance. That's about as close as you can get with the cover. Look at him right there on this back bumper. I hear Rod and I talking about how you don't drive with a controller. Rod don't understand that Gran Turismo is built for controller racing. I mean, and wheel wise, here's let me just break down a little logic on it. With a controller, you have to make small adjustments when it comes to the sticks to make it smooth. But you also can, jerk a little bit with it. As opposed to a wheel, you have to almost anticipate going into the turns. There's been the old, how do I put it? If you see some of the top leaderboards for time trials, especially like in Forza or Gran Turismo, and I'm not quite sure even though you see, but if you look at some of the top times, they're going to be controller times because you can usually run a faster lap. Now, for immersion and feel, yeah, that wheel is there, but you got the skill, you can do it. Like at Al Floyd on the inside, he's got the preferred line. I think he's going to just give it to him right there. Might as well give him that inside lane. Tires could be going away. We got about 3 laps to go. Jeremy takes it to the top spot. Case is chasing these guys down. Can he get there? He ran a 110. Floyd just ran a 110. L4 ran a 111, but he's up here battling. These two guys keep battling. That's going to be, penalty for L4, though. That's a killer. That right there puts him out. That's his race. He's got a 1.5 second penalty, and that's going to put him right there in the lap. Well, it won't put him right on the lap of Chase Pierce, but it's going to put him right there at his door. Floyd's going to take over the top spot. Unfortunately, L4 has to serve that penalty. Chase Pierce is going to go right around him also. Killer. That's road racing for you. Ouch. Briggs back here holding on to it. Jeff back here, he's got a, what in the world Miller's doing? He's got a penalty in 1.5. That guy tonight, I'm going to tell you, I might get him a Snickers. He's not feeling like himself. Miller tonight just not having a race he wants. Haterade back in 11th, Chris back in 12th. Pit stop for the leader. Whoa! What's Floyd doing? What happened to Floyd? I think he's going to run out of gas. I think Pierce might have just snuck up here and going to win this thing. Unless the tires fall off of it. I think Chase Pierce is going to win this one. L4 is going to have a bounce back race of the century in second. Briggs hanging on the third. Cliffy back there in the back. See Miller going to go another lap down. Got in the back here. Hillbilly's right there in the 6th. McCormick. No, Floyd. Yeah, Floyd must be saving. He must be close on going out of fuel. I'm just curious. Penalty for L4. That's a killer. He's done. Wow. Well, that might have just handed it right there to Pierce. Because that way, if Pierce is close, he can actually give up a little bit of time and save some fuel, save some tires. Because that's a 1.5 second lead added on to what he's going to have right now. And L4. You just can't do that. Can't give up those kind of times. Briggs hanging on the third. We're getting down to closing laps. So unless Pierce just runs out of talent, I think he's got this one in the bag. I mean, he's got a 5-second lead. Now, with a 5-second lead on road racing, as you see, L4 is on pit road, by the way. On road racing, a 5-second lead, which now he has 11-second lead, that can be wiped out in one turn. Now, 11 seconds, it would take a little more to do. So at this point, if Pierce is close, which he's only got one lap to go, I don't see how he's going to. He'd have to really, really mess up at this point. He could put that car in cruise control and glide around here and win this thing. Pierce right now he's got it in the bag. I usually don't like just calling it out, but right now, he would have to make a huge, huge mistake. 13-second lead over Briggs. You can hear him throttling just a little bit, so those tires are, man, cooking on him, but he's still with a 13-second lead. He'd have to hit the wall, bump it. One more time. Final lap for the man out front in the donut machine. Chase Pierce. He won at Watkins Glen. He's looking to win at this track here tonight. He's overcome a little bit of diversity tonight here. Like I say, he can put that thing in cruise control and have it. He's got a 13.8-second lead over Briggs. Been a good, solid night up and down. Nathan back there. Look at Cliff, though. He says, I want second place. Cliff, man, got a power motor that thing to the inside, take second away from Briggs. Well, I say that, then Briggs says, no, I'm coming back on the inside. No, and he slipped a little bit. Y'all better watch out, because here comes Floyd. So we're going to have a race here for second, third, and fourth. Cliff's got it. Briggs had to get on a hammer. Had to hit the brakes hard. Floyd in the backside here. Floyd said, I'm coming. Hang on, guys. Y'all keep battling. I'll just go right on by both of you. And he does. Look at that, new tires. What are you talking about? That's a powerhouse move. Wow. But this man up front, Chase Pierce, it's going to be all his tonight as he comes out of the final turn and is going to win it. Here tonight. Top hat, comic stick shifter racing. Good pit strategy and everything, brings it in. Floyd right now is going to hold on to second. Thompson, bring her home in third. And Briggs couldn't do anything, but Hensley bounced back there in fourth. But what a race. What a finish to this one. That was a good one. We'll get some bit of talk in here. What our winner tonight. What a finish. What a race. All right, we got the winner here. Chase here tonight. Had a little bit of diversity, man, on this track, but he looked pretty solid here all night long. We'll get a word with him here. Chase, man, I tell you what, looked good tonight on the last pit stop. Saw a lot of those guys, whether they can make it or not. I am curious because, I don't have telemetry, I don't have any of that. What kind of tires did you take on that last one to build it, man, to stay out front?
I took hard tires. Well, up until them last couple laps, it got a little loose there at the end. Maybe that thing out of the corner. Oh.
Absolutely. I mean, it looked earlier on that tire wear was going to be the issue and how long you could go. And, I talked about that with the, hard, soft, medium style tires and how long you could go. But Man, look good. Got the victory in tonight. That's 2, man, here so far for the season. You got anybody you want to thank?
Rod for putting this on. Yeah, Red's Donuts sponsored the car. I mean, Griggs, Old Lexington, Frank Velocity, Cottle Chassis, Spark Buddy.
All right, there you go. Winning tonight, Chase Pierce, man, doing what he had to do. Put in victory lane, folks. Hope you enjoyed it because that was an exciting road race all the way to the end. Before myself and everyone here, the Top Hat Comics, y'all have a good night.